Well, hello. We are live. Due to technical difficulties, I'm running a tad bit late. But who cares? Because, it's the internet. But welcome to Queen Tasha TV live today. I thought I'd jump on and do a life update type of thing. That's what I kind of like to do for my lives, life update, some announcements, and, give anybody an opportunity who's watching to ask me whatever they want. It doesn't have to be about anything specific, just any question you would like. It is after 5 where I'm having a glass of wine. I haven't had a drink in a minute. And this is a new bottle or a different type of brand than I normally drink. I normally drink the cheapest Cabernet at whatever particular store. And there's that brand. So if you know what I'm talking about, there's Walmart's brand, there's all these brands. And that's usually what I stick with. Walmart, Aldi's. Yeah. And Trader Joe's if I can get to one. But yeah, this one is, I didn't take it down, but I think it's Foxtail. Happened to be the cheapest one, which is weird. Cheers to liquid poison. So, we'll get right into it. Greetings. Please introduce yourself if you are here. If you're here to stay for the live and you would like to know what's going on, please put your name in the chat so I can shout you out and say what's up. Put your real name. Not your stripper name. Happy Pride Month to all of my LGBTQIA, all of the things month to everybody. Hey, what's up, Nikki? Shout out to Nikki. Yeah, so we're gonna jump into this because I just finished a video for you guys and it's coming out after this live. That's the first secret announcement. Well, it's not a secret, but I will get into what the video is about in the announcement part. But I want to make this about no longer than an hour, which is usually what I get to around. So yeah, life update. So my computer, my laptop that was gifted to me by Patrick. I don't know if he's here today, but thank you, Patrick, for that laptop. It had crashed recently. Well, not recently, like a couple weeks ago, this happened. And it really put me in a really low space because it was the second time that it happened when I was like in a groove of making a video, almost done with the video. It was almost like the Matrix planned it to ruin my day. Yeah, like I had cut a bunch of videos. And what I mean by cut is I put them into the software, put all the footage that I want into the software, some seemingly in a chronicle order, and that's just the raw cut. So I had cut a bunch of videos so that they were organized for me to go and edit them not real quick, but edit the videos. And I had already finished the Black Travel Tribe video, but I hadn't finished doing the website yet. So I had that in the queue just waiting to be released, which it was released a couple weeks ago. But I was working on the Tiny House Festival video. So I did 2 tiny house festivals. The one at the end of last year and the one that was in January. So November and January, both by the same people, Tiny House Association. Yes. And cool people, cool vibes. Both of them, they were both in Florida. Obviously, I was here in Florida. So one was in Sarasota and the other one was in my hometown, St. Pete. That's what I call my hometown in Florida. And so I filmed a little bit of the first one, but like not enough to make it a vlog. I guess not a good quality vlog in my opinion. So I made it a point to try to film somewhat vloggy style at the second one that I went to. And I spoke at both of them and I filmed my speech. So yeah, that all got lost. That all pretty much got lost in the crash. Yes, I hadn't backed up stuff. My stuff is just, I've been all over the place with just like technology and finances and all of those things. But I was behind in backing up stuff. I had uploaded the stuff to get it off my phone so that I had space on my phones and camera. And so it was all organized for me to back it up, and I hadn't like backed it up. Currently, right now, I have my things plugged in 24/7. So not 24/7, but anytime that I'm on my computer, I have it so that I can just put it there instead of having it on the computer. Anyways, so when the computer crashed, it went through the blue cycle of death. If anybody knows about computers or ever had a computer crash, you know what I'm talking about. It gets to a screen where it's just like, you can't do anything. And then you try to restart the computer, it goes back to that screen. You try to restart it and do a boot up. I'm pretty computer savvy, so I know a lot of little tricks and things that I'm not, and I know how to troubleshoot a little bit. So I was going through that and I was just like in the cycle. I was like, oh no. And I was thinking about how my stuff, like on my to-do list for that week was back up your shit. I was like, that's going through I was just like watching, like, it was heartbreaking. And I couldn't, the only way to get out of the cycle of death is just to reinstall Windows. Just basically do a reset and you lose everything. And I knew this time and day and age that there's backup software. So I went to see right now, again, finances. I went to a couple of tech sites to look up different free recovery things or cheap recovery software that you can download to get it back. If you do it immediately, you can try to recover a bunch of stuff. And I did those. They recovered files, but they're not readable. At least they weren't readable on that laptop. I haven't checked. I still have the files that it did try to recover, but like when you try to open those files, it's nothing. Like it's just the file name. I don't know. I really don't know. But I lost so much art, like so many videos that were cut, and then the stuff that is no longer on my thing, all my Gmail things. Like I'm just unorganized right now, technology wise. Like I just been trying to like keep up with like life and survival mode and just life in general. I have 2 dogs. I'm moving constantly. I'm in an RV park, chilled for a minute. By the time I feel like I'm really settled, it's time to go again and then hustle. And it's like a cycle of just unorganization, which has left me like roller coaster riding, like mentally. But like I have high highs where it's like, oh, it's great, I love it, it's cool, I got my chill, and then whew, down here. So yeah, I had to mourn the death of a lot of art and memories that most is not backed up. Not backed up on Gmail. A lot of accounts that all my stuff is backed up, all of them are full. They want money from me. The money I make on here goes back to paying them. So um so yeah, I have to expand all my storage. It's just like a lot. Anyways, so that happened, and which is the reason why I haven't had much content out, because I didn't trust my computer anymore, and plus it was becoming an inconvenience for me. Um, it was a gaming computer, which if you are a gamer, I am not in any way. It was a gift, and I happily accepted it. It was really cool. Um, but the charging um, cable, it one needs to be plugged in all the time, and two, it's 250 watts by itself. My solar is only 200, so I can't even use it unless I'm like plugged in. um, so I was going to libraries, which worked out, but it's just inconvenient to not be able to use my computer when I'm traveling. Like I have to make conscious stops to do stuff versus just being able to have my laptop on the beach. Um, so during that time, and then some things that happened with the RV, which I'll get into, I decided that I was going to release and, say goodbye to and gift it, or not gift it, but give the gift of this laptop to somebody else that would appreciate it for a gaming laptop. I wanted something. I took that to not to Costa Rica, to Mexico. It was like one of the heaviest things that I carried. Like it's so heavy, and then all the accessories, and plus the charger itself has got to be like 5 pounds, and the computer has to be. It felt like 20. It was probably not that much, but it felt like 20 pounds. Um, and so yeah, I was able to sell it to somebody who just graduated from high school. Their mom wanted to get him a gift. They said, I want a gaming laptop, I guess. And they got it at a really good deal. Enough for me to buy a computer that makes sense for my life, which is a similar model. I like the full size with the keyboard, the pneumatic keyboard on the right. And it has the amount of storage and gigabytes of RAM and all that good stuff that I had in the last one. I basically was kind of duplicating like what was there, but just in a smaller form. And that is what I am talking to you on today. So, cheers to that. Um, so I'm very grateful for that was able to come. That's the first step in the transition of one, me being able to be location independent again, and two, to feel more productive and trusting of the process of creating art again on technology. um, because that was really hard. So I'm gonna still see if I can get back or figure out how to translate whatever I recovered, which I don't know. Like looking through the files, it just looks like nothing important. I don't know. But so yeah, computer crash, but I was able to release that computer and then get into a new one, which is the one that I'm talking to you on. So manifesting. What else? RV. So around that same time, when my computer crashed and I was trying to recover stuff, and then I had to mourn the death of art, all at that same time, I was having RV issues. um, First one was, so if you don't know, I have the way that I've been snowbirding in Florida this time is I have a membership to Thousand Trails, and what that gives me 14 days in one of their RV parks, and then I have to be out for 7 days, and I can book up to 60 days worth of that. So 14 days in, 7 days out. 14 days in, 7 days out. And so that's where I'm parked currently for a steal for a steal. And I will do a review video on Thousand Trails and my experience at this particular Thousand Trails, which is in the Orlando area. They're all basically in the Central Florida, like outside of Orlando area. Yeah, so that's basically how it was. So I was coming in and I was looking for a space to be near my friends that are in the section that I like to be in, which is the D section, um, which is back in like the woodsy area. Like this RV park has like 1,000 spaces, and like they all have like different vibes in the sections. And I like the section where it feels like you're camping in the back. And it's also close to the dog park, which I utilize frequently for my dogs. So, anyways, I was trying to get into a space, and the space that I wanted that was a little bit more shaded, that was close enough to get the Starlink. I couldn't find the sewer hole, and I was like, ah. So I parked on the one